Let's make my signature dish, Batata Harra. You will need potatoes suitable for frying. Here I have Maris Piper potatoes. It's important to choose the right potato as you don't want them to be soggy, but fluffy on the inside and crisp on the outside. I've also got a very big bunch of fresh coriander, otherwise known as cilantro, depending on where you are. Look for leaves that are vibrant green and supple to the touch. One time I went to 7 different greengrocers to make sure I had the freshest coriander, so shop around if you have to. I'm going to use half a bird's eye chili, just enough to cause a tingling sensation at the back of your throat, but not too spicy. And I'm going to use about 3 fat cloves of garlic. You really want the garlic flavour to come through. Let's begin by chopping the potatoes. You want to aim for bite-sized chunks around 2 centimeters thick. I'm going to slice them into thick rounds and then take each one of those separately and dice them into little cubes. Once you've chopped all your potatoes, set them aside. I'm going to take the coriander now. You don't really need the stems, but you know, if a few remain, that's okay. When I wash the coriander, I also look through them for any yellow leaves, any dead looking or weird looking leaves. I took them out. Hold the coriander in one hand and give them a quick rough chop. When I first started out cooking, I didn't want to throw away the extra coriander, so I used to use the whole thing. And little did I realize this is what actually made it delicious. By all means use a garlic crusher, but I don't like the extra washing up, so actually I just chop them by hand. I'm just running the knife over them here to make sure that the pieces are not too thick. We don't want a massive piece of garlic when we're eating the batata harra. And now for the chili. Okay, so generally I'm a bit of a spice wuss. I don't like things too spicy. I feel I can't enjoy it. But here I insist on at least half a chili. This is a red bird's eye chili. I like it for the color actually as well. Obviously, if you adore your spice, by all means use the whole chili. But I have little kids to think about as well, so I only use half. I'm going to add the garlic and chili to a wide non-stick pan and a good drizzle of mild olive oil. I'm just sauteing the garlic chili mix on low heat. You must not burn the garlic. I cannot stress this enough. If you burn the garlic, you've sabotaged the whole dish. So actually I do this on low heat for about 5 minutes or so. Can you see that nice little sizzle? And the garlic is starting to turn a little beige color. So I don't even want it to be golden. I want it to start turning beige. At this point, I'll add the coriander. Yes, all of it. Don't leave any of it out. I promise, it's worth it. And now the coriander's in, I can turn up the heat a little bit to medium high and stir it so it starts to wilt a little bit. Can you see how about after 5 minutes that bunch of coriander has wilted right down? I heated up the vegetable oil, and you can always test if the vegetable oil is hot enough by putting in 1 little cube of potato, and if it sizzles then it's hot enough. Once they're nice and golden, transfer them to a plate with paper towels to drain because you don't want that excess oil. I'm going to add the fried potatoes to the coriander garlic chili mix. And I'm going to saute them again for about 5 to 10 minutes or so to make sure they're nice and combined. Obviously at this point I'll sprinkle on some salt and then after a few minutes of sauteing I'll taste it again to see if it's perfect. Without fail, every time I make this for a dinner party, people always ask me for the recipe. So I've given you my secret. Use a whole bunch of coriander instead of a little handful and you will make the best batata harra ever. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe and check out the blog for the full recipe.